2024 Toyota Tacoma and the 2024 Ford Maverick are both interesting trucks, but they cater to different needs. Here's a quick breakdown to help you decide. Size and capability. Tacoma, midsize truck, with better off-road capability, powerful engine options for towing and hauling, larger bed. Maverick, compact truck, prioritizes fuel efficiency with a hybrid option, smaller size makes it easier to maneuver in tight spaces, offers some light off-road capability with AWD trims. Fuel economy. Tacoma, no hybrid option, gas engines get around 18 to 20 miles per gallon combined. Maverick, hybrid option boasts an impressive 40+ mpg combined, EcoBoost engine gets around 25 miles per gallon combined. Interior and technology. Tacoma, interior materials can feel a bit dated, good amount of passenger and cargo space, infotainment system is decent but not class-leading. Maverick, more modern and spacious interior for a compact truck, offers features like a sunroof and a bed cubby system, user-friendly infotainment system. Ultimately, the best choice depends on your priorities. If you need a fuel-efficient daily driver with some occasional off-road capability, the Maverick is a good option. If you prioritize off-road prowess, towing/hauling capacity, and a larger truck overall, the Tacoma is the way to go. What's new for 2024? The Tacoma Hybrid is a new model for the Toyota lineup for 2024, and it marks the first time that the long-standing Tacoma nameplate has offered an electrified powertrain. We expect to see it on dealer lots sometime in 2024. The Maverick's hybrid powertrain is no longer the standard offering. Starting with the 2024 model year, ordering the 191 horsepower hybrid setup will add $1,500 to the truck's price. The turbocharged 2.0-liter four-cylinder becomes the de facto standard powertrain this year, coupled with front-wheel drive. All-wheel drive remains optional, but only with this engine. Pricing and which one to buy. The price of the 2024 Toyota Tacoma Hybrid starts at $47,795 and goes up to $65,395 depending on the trim and options. The price of the 2024 Ford Maverick starts at $25,410 and goes up to $39,945 depending on the trim and options. Engine, transmission, and performance. The Tacoma's hybrid powertrain is called iForce Max and it pumps out 326 horses and 465 pound-feet of torque. It features an electric motor between the engine and transmission and a small nickel-metal hydride battery. For the Trail Hunter and TRD Pro trims, this hybrid setup is the only option. But it's possible to get the other trims listed above with a non-hybrid powertrain, reviewed separately. But for off-road enthusiasts, the Tacoma Hybrid's top two trims are likely the most attractive. They come fortified with underbody protection, knobby 33-inch Goodyear Territory R/T tires, and exclusive suspension components. The TRD Pro, for instance, features a standard disconnecting front anti-roll bar and unique 2.5-inch dampers with remote reservoirs. During our first drive, we were able to sample several models, including a mid-range limited and a top-spec TRD Pro. On the road, the Tacoma Hybrid's ride is firm but agreeable. The TRD Pro exhibited a surprising amount of refinement, delivering the smoothest ride of the models we sampled. It also proved to be quite capable on a simulated off-road course that included several places where we were able to get the truck slightly airborne to test its bump absorption. We did not have a chance to tackle any technical trails to test the Tacoma Hybrid's overlanding chops, but we've sampled the non-hybrid Tacoma in those scenarios and even chose it over the Chevrolet Colorado ZR2 in a comparison test. Maverick. Rather than start with the Bronco Sport's turbocharged 3-cylinder engine as the standard powertrain, Ford has dropped in a spunky 250 horsepower 2.0-liter 4-cylinder and an 8-speed automatic transmission. All-wheel drive is optional with this powertrain. A hybrid powertrain is optional and consists of a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder that's assisted by an electric motor for a combined 191 horsepower. This setup only comes with front-wheel drive and a continuously variable automatic transmission (CDT). On the road, the Maverick feels downright peppy with the optional Turbo 4, and at our test track, it reached 60 miles per hour in 5.9 seconds. The hybrid powertrain is less perky and needed 7.7 seconds to reach 60 miles per hour in our testing, but it nonetheless gets the job done. To provide its impressive payload capacity, the Maverick's suspension is fairly stiff, which leads to a somewhat rough ride over broken pavement. Towing and payload capacity. The hybrid iForce Max is capped at a 6,000-pound tow rating, can carry a payload of up to 1,709 pounds. The non-hybrid Tacoma tows slightly more with a 6,500-pound maximum, but its payload capacity drops by 4 pounds. Even with the hybrid powertrain, the Maverick offers 1,500 pounds of payload capacity and 2,000 pounds of towing capacity. With the turbocharged 4-cylinder and the optional tow package, the Maverick can tow up to 4,000 pounds. Looking to tow even more with a small pickup? The Hyundai Santa Cruz is rated to tow up to 5,000 pounds. Fuel economy and real-world MPG. The EPA estimates that the Tacoma Hybrid is good for as high as 23 miles per gallon in the city and 24 miles per gallon on the highway. While that city estimate is higher than the regular Tacoma, the highway figure is actually lower than the most efficient non-hybrid variant. When we get a chance, we'll take the Tacoma Hybrid on our 75 miles per hour highway fuel economy route and update this story with its real-world test results. The EPA estimates that hybrid variants of the Maverick are good for 42 miles per gallon city and 33 miles per gallon highway. The non-hybrid is rated for 23 miles per gallon city and 30 miles per gallon highway with front-wheel drive and 22 miles per gallon city and 29 miles per gallon highway with all-wheel drive. On our 75 miles per hour highway fuel economy route, our all-wheel drive XLT FX4 model with the non-hybrid powertrain matched its 29 miles per gallon EPA rating, but the hybrid was off the EPA's mark with only a 30 miles per gallon result. The Tremor model, with all of its added off-road equipment, managed only 26 miles per gallon in the same test. Interior, comfort, and cargo. Inside, the Tacoma Hybrid offers a modern design and decent space. Every model offers a raised seating position with plentiful headroom. The dashboard boasts nice materials along with high-resolution screens and traditional button and knob switchgear. While the TRD Sport has a 7.0-inch digital display in the gauge cluster, TRD off-road models and up feature a larger 12.3-inch all-digital gauge display. A head-up display comes standard on the Limited and above, with those models also packing heated and cooled front seats. Speaking of seats, the TRD Pro offers what it calls ISO-dynamic front seats with a shock-absorbing, air-over-oil internal suspension system that's designed to lessen the pounding the driver takes over rough off-road terrain. The seat can move slightly fore and aft, side to side, and up and down to ease the jostling of off-road driving. It locks in place for on-road driving, too, but the seat backs are bulky and intrude on rear seat legroom. Speaking of intrusion, the Tacoma Hybrid's battery pack rides in the space beneath the rear seat. This eliminates the storage area that's usually there in the non-hybrid model, so if you're planning on stashing tools or cargo there you'll have to find another space. All Mavericks are crew cabs, which means 4 full-size doors and a roomy back seat. Ford has incorporated many storage cubbies and bins throughout the cabin, including some large areas under the rear seat. Base models are far from plush but do offer standard niceties such as a tilting and telescoping steering wheel with audio controls, remote keyless entry, and adjustable lumbar support for the front seats. More features come standard or as part of option packages on the XLT and Lariat trims, including dual-zone automatic climate control, ambient interior lighting, and power front seats. Ford says the Maverick's 4.5-foot bed can fit up to 18 sheets of 4x8 foot 3/4-inch plywood without having to load them at an angle.